Hey everyone, welcome back to another anime making number of views. See by the title below, yes, this is on episode 4 of Seiren or Seiren, whichever way you guys think is correct. But yeah, how did I feel about this episode overall? Honestly, it kind of went the way I thought it would. It was rushed. This is how, just the reason why I was kind of really complaining a lot of how I felt about episode 3. Sure, some people may say, you know, it was still good. I'm not saying it was a bad episode. I still enjoyed portions of what it did show. There was some nice romantic moments in it, but I feel it was too rushed. Everything came down to this episode because of the way they made the other episodes. Episode 1, in my opinion, was fine. Episode 2, I think was still good, but episode 3 is where they ruined it, where it just felt like it was the same old thing with her teasing him and no development, no pushing forward in the relationship. Some people were saying, you know, on my anime list, it didn't show that this is a romance anime. Some other people were saying, you know, maybe it was because of this, maybe it was because of that and stuff. And it was really hard for me because I'm like, yeah, maybe it is because of these reasons. Yeah, maybe this isn't really a romance anime. That one I felt like there's no way, because, you know, it showed that this was, like, in the opening, there was a potential kiss. There was romantic things going on. This is based off of Amagami, not based off of it. It's the same universe, you know? So I expected it to be have more romance and everything. This episode, in my opinion, it was still good. If I had to rate it out of 5, I would give it maybe a 2 or 3 out of 5. I cannot give it any higher than a 3, maybe a 2.5. Honestly, it had some definitely cute moments. The reason why I say it's rushed is because everything came down to like the last minute. Obviously, the big thing where if you really wanted to have this thing where she kind of suspected him and he felt like she was avoiding him, and the whole thing with obviously figuring it out that it was her friend, which may I add, she just like, you know what, it's fine, it's okay, I get it, I understand, but I would have been rooting for you all along kind of thing. And I'm over here like, no, this bitch just ratted you out that you had a job. What kind of friend is that? Then she's lying and stuff like this to push you away, and you ended up going there, and things ended up better for the fact that you were able to learn a bunch of things. Like she said that she was able to learn things that, you know, she wouldn't be able to if she was still living with her parents. She was able to do laundry and clean and all this kind of stuff. She was able to find her passion, obviously, and that's what our main character, she does. I'm not too sure full on. She obviously does have feelings for him. She obviously does, you know, everything that's happened is because of him, and she's happy for that. And then, of course, she ends it with, you know, she's got to go and do this. You know, she wants to learn to do cooking and everything because of, obviously, you know, him pretty much enjoying her cooking. And because of that moment, and of course the second moment as well, as she cooks for him, she decides that, yeah, she wants to become a cook. So she goes off, and we get a time skip as well, which just honestly just screams rushed. Sure, Amagami had some time skips, but this was like in the second season kind of time skips, or there were some in the first season, but we got most of the romance in there already, that the time skip was fine. It was more of an added bonus enjoyment. This one was more like, oh, we gotta finish it somehow and kind of leave it a little bit of open-ended. The way it ended, it kind of seemed like, oh, you know, they're back with each other. Maybe they can finally have, you know, get together and stuff. But also, they haven't been keeping in touch. She didn't even realize that he was the one working there. He didn't realize she was coming back and all this kind of stuff. It just felt like, boom, they just needed a way to show that there's a potential kind of thing for it, and that was it right there. That just ruined it in the fact that if they ended it without that time skip, they could have had a second season if, you know, they were even planning on it, if this even, you know, got enough people liking it for it to get a second season. But it could have been like Amagami, where we get another extra 4 episodes later on, maybe in the year kind of thing, and that's what could happen. Sure, maybe it will be, if they do have a second season along the way, it will be with him and her getting together after 5 years and everything like that. But even Amagami wasn't like that. The reason that you have the second season would be for they would still be in school, and the romance would even more and more. That did not happen in this, as you could see, and instead what we got was a rushed ending, an incredibly rushed ending. Big portion of the episode, obviously, like I said, was of course the part with him and Hikari pretty much figuring out that it was obviously the friend. She pretty much like, yeah, it's okay, we're still cool, we're still friends, and let it go. Which might add, there was the kinky stuff. Just like Amagami, there was a lot of kinky stuff along the way that really got the romance going, like, damn, But this, instead of him, it was her friend and the other guy, pretty much carrots and celery, having some weird-ass, kinky-ass rabbit play kind of stuff. Of course, she ends up breaking up with him because he's a little too weird, I guess. But, poor guy, may I add. Seriously, that part was a huge, just like, okay, you just threw that in and that happened. And then, we get them going to the beach and everything. And there's lots of, honestly, this is the point where I was like, oh my gosh, this is really nice. They're finally expressing their feelings for each other and everything. You have this nice moment with him giving her the opportunity that she never had when she went to the beach, and he playing with her and everything in the water, falling down. Obviously getting kind of, and that's where I was like, damn, finally, this is what I wanted. This is the good romance that's going on. We even had a beautiful underwater kiss. Like, literally, that was beautiful. I was like, wow, okay, an underwater kiss. Good job. That's definitely something we haven't seen in Amagami before. I definitely did, or did we? No, I don't think we did. I definitely enjoyed that part. Like, that was really nice. And I was, thinking, they were going to get closer and closer kind of thing. We're going to get them in a relationship, and then we can end it in a place that I would still enjoy it, and a potential for a second season. That got dashed away once after she changed and she tells him what she wants to do and everything. And of course, our main character cannot just tell her your feelings, bro. Come on. I know she said, don't give me a reason to not want to go. But, you can still be, one, maybe in a long-distance relationship. Two, follow her. Follow her if you really do, have feelings for her. Go out with her for a year. And from there, you can follow her, or and break it up kind of thing, and maybe never were to be. Not even giving it a chance, dude. It literally, that part kind of frustrated me a lot. That the ending of this episode, it ended in a way that literally I enjoyed. I really like Hikari's character and everything. And everything about this is Amagami. And then instead, the way the story went, the way they wrote the script for this, the way that just episode 3 to this went, episode 3 was just not, in my opinion, good. The way they had it could have been so much better. And thus, because of that, this episode became rushed, and then of course it ends with not even a romantic ending. It ends with an open ending of the possibility of them getting together. It's not even a for sure thing that happens. So honestly, how did I feel about this episode? And like I said, 2.5, maybe 3 out of 5, because honestly, I enjoyed the romantic part when they were at the beach, when things were going, they were getting really nice and closer together. The kiss was amazing, but I feel that everything ended up being rushed, that they have this time skip ending where we're left with an open ending. And I may be just saying that a little too much and getting mad because I'm comparing it to Amagami, but I'm telling you, if it's in the same universe, same character design, same character, the characters we see in here are, equal. Is the sister of Nanasaki Ai. We get to see the other girl as well in here, is Kamizaki, is Risa's sister as well. So we know that this is the same universe, and hopefully we do get a potential, showing of a cameo of one of the characters from Amagami. But it shows that this is pretty much Amagami. It's like a sequel to Amagami with new characters and everything. And the way they started off was good, and it ends up just flopping in comparison to Amagami. So who knows, maybe the other arcs will be a lot better. Main character, hopefully he will not be just like the way he is. He's just scared all the time, and he's not pushing for what he wants. He's just standing back and letting things go along. Hopefully he changes in the next chapters. Hopefully we don't get this open-ended kind of ending, and hopefully we get more romance in the next arcs. I'm really, really, really hoping that the next 2 arcs are a lot better than this arc, because honestly, love Hikari, love the start of it, but just how everything ended up going, it was rushed and honestly disappointing. It had its moments. I'm not saying it was a horrible arc, but it definitely wasn't amazing. It definitely wasn't even great. It was just okay, in my opinion. That's how I feel, guys. Maybe you thought differently. Maybe you thought this is how it should be. Maybe you thought you were okay with this. If you do have a different opinion, feel free to comment below. I want to know what you guys thought about this episode, how you guys thought about this whole arc in general. People who've watched Amagami, how do you feel about this? People who are just watching this straight up, never watched Amagami before, did you enjoy this for certain reasons? Feel free to comment below. I really would love to hear you guys' opinions. But yeah, it's really all I gotta say, guys. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. And yeah, all we can do really honestly is just hope that the next arc will be better. I'm hoping it will be, and if it will be, I would definitely be happy. But after seeing this first arc, my standards of how this show is gonna be it's definitely been lowered. But maybe it will change my mind. We never know, honestly. Maybe they just wanted to have this one end differently than the other ones. Maybe each one we will have a different type of ending, where the next girl, maybe they'll get together, and the other one, I have no idea, they do something even crazier. I'm not too sure. But yeah, that's all I really gotta say. So till next time, guys, see ya.